Have you ever longed to become someone who stands unshaken by criticism, rejection, or betrayal? Someone who no longer feels the silent ache inside, the pain that lingers even when you put on a brave face. Perhaps you're exhausted from constantly trying to please others, from carrying the weight of always appearing strong, when all you truly want is a moment to breathe. But here's a truth few dare to say. As long as you run from pain, it will keep holding you captive. Trying to numb yourself, to hide or to shield your heart only makes you a prisoner of the very things that wound you. The harsh words, the disappointments, the silences that cut deep. This isn't weakness. It's the reality for many. Some just hide it better than others. Carl Jung, a pioneer in psychology, taught us that we are not defined by what happens to us, but by what we choose to become. Real strength doesn't come from shutting the world out or becoming cold and indifferent. It comes from bringing into the light the parts of ourselves we've hidden away, the fears, the wounds, the shadows. True resilience is not the absence of pain, but the full awareness and acceptance of who you are, even when you're hurting. If you've reached this point, it's no accident. This message is for you, the one who feels emotionally vulnerable as if others hold power over your feelings that you can't explain. I want to show you that freedom is possible, but it requires facing some uncomfortable truths. And for the first time, that pain might actually set you free. You might believe that what hurts you is what others do, the betrayals, the harsh words, the losses. But the real source of your pain lies within you. It's the old wounds, the stories you tell yourself, the trauma that hasn't been healed. Jung explained that the pain we feel from the outside world is a reflection of what remains unresolved inside us. That's why some people can endure terrible hardships and stay composed, while others crumble over a simple comment. Here's a hard truth. You suffer because deep down you still believe you can control how others treat you. You think if you're good enough, strong enough, or smart enough, you'll be safe. But control is an illusion. As long as you cling to it, you live in constant tension, trying to predict the unpredictable and avoid the inevitable. If you want to stop suffering, the key is not to protect yourself from pain, but to become more aware of it. Your freedom begins when you realize that nothing outside you can hurt you, unless it finds a place inside you that's still open and vulnerable. This is the battleground, the unconscious mind, the part of you that you don't see or understand, but which controls much of your emotional life. Pain, anger, sadness, these are not random. They are messages from parts of you that have been ignored or suppressed. Jung called this the unconscious, a powerful force made of memories, fears, and desires that shape your reactions. You might wonder why some words cut you deeply while others don't. It's because those words touch unresolved wounds inside you. Ignoring these feelings doesn't make them disappear. They only find more harmful ways to surface. In toxic relationships, self-sabotage, anxiety, or sudden emotional outbursts. This is your unconscious trying to get your attention, but you keep turning away. If you want to become truly untouchable, stop running from your inner pain. The more you try to protect yourself from external hurt, the more vulnerable you become to internal suffering. The way out is not resistance, but integration, embracing all parts of yourself, even the broken and painful ones. Many believe that avoiding pain means building walls and pretending not to care. But true emotional strength isn't about shutting down your feelings. It's about knowing yourself deeply, accepting your fears and flaws, and no longer reacting automatically to every trigger. When you integrate your shadows, you stop being a puppet of your emotions. You gain true freedom. Jung called this process individuation. Becoming your authentic self, not the person others expect you to be, or the image you've tried to maintain. It's not about perfection, but wholeness. Here's the secret no one tells you. The more you run from pain, the more it chases you. But when you face your wounds with courage, you become unbreakable. Nothing outside can dismantle you because you have embraced what's inside. This journey demands bravery. The bravery to look within, to drop your masks, and to feel deeply. Pain is not your enemy. It is the gateway to transformation. You might have been taught to fear suffering, to see it as weakness, but pain is actually the soul's messenger, calling you to awaken. Depression, anxiety, anger, these are signals that something inside needs attention. When you stop feeding your pain and start listening to it, you begin to heal. This process is like a death and rebirth, where old beliefs and toxic ties fall away, revealing your true self beneath. This path is not easy. It can be lonely because few are willing to go so deep. You may fend yourself, distancing from those who remain on the surface, but this is not rejection. It's growth. Ultimately, what shields you is not hardness, but clarity. When you understand your triggers and wounds, the world loses its power to hurt you. You still feel pain, but you don't lose yourself in it. True emotional immunity comes from diving deep into your own being, not from avoiding life's storms. Those who live on the surface are tossed by every wave. Those who dive beneath find calm, strength, and silence. If this message resonates with you, choose awareness today. Let's start a movement of people who no longer just survive by pretending to be strong, but who live fully with truth. Your journey has just begun. The real transformation awaits beyond the first step. Keep going.